Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward from Games and Tea, and I'm joined by three wonderful players playing some D&D in some very salubrious surroundings. No, it's not salubrious at all. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day today. How are you guys doing, gents?
Excellent. How are you doing?
Sorry, I can't hear you over the music.
Yes, you can, and don't you say otherwise.
What?
Oh god, it's starting. Help! Help! Anyways, I hope you guys are all having wonderful, having fun today. At home, watching and joining us via internet. A few quick announcements before we get into the characters today. The minis, which you can see dotted around the screen and will also be appearing elsewhere on the screen, have been made in Hero Forge. The maps that you may have seen or may not, that you may have seen and will possibly be seeing in this session or maybe later sessions, have been made in Dungeon Fog. The tabletop choice is virtual tabletop choice is Fantasy Grounds Unity, and all the music that you can hear in the background is provided.
Background to me. Background to me.
It's provided by Sirenscape, Tabletop Audio, Airgrim, Felicity Studios, and Alexander Nakarada from Serpent Sound Studios. So many thanks to them for providing the music and the background noises.
Yes, noise.
that you can hear. And with that, we are going to get into introductions from our players as to the characters that they are playing. Starting with who are we going to start with? We're going to start with Crunchy, who has the Twitch channel Marmalade Squeeze, and his character is named Braun. How are you doing, Sam? Please tell us a little bit about Braun for us.
A little bit about Braun. He is a dwarf. He is a good person. He sometimes talks to a otherworldly being in his nightmares and just really wants to get along with everyone, but seems unfortunately to be at odds with a certain person. And we shall see what comes of that.
We are definitely going to see how that happens. And the person who he is definitely, well, not at odds with would be Derek here, whose character is played by Eric. How are you doing, Sam? Please tell us a little about Derek here for us.
Well, I'm doing fine. I hope Derek here is as well. I missed last session, so I'm going to jump right into this fiddle. But Derek here is not really a person who will likely step into any arguments if he's not, well, the focus point in it, so to say. Tiefling, Sariel Tiefling to be exact, played as a paladin at this junction, and I think that's basically all that you guys know so far.
It's pretty accurate, to be honest. It's pretty accurate. We're going to see if he steps in or not into an argument or not. Maybe not, maybe do. We'll have to see. Beside him would be Sam, who is played by Marius, but unfortunately Marius is unable to join us today, but we do wish him well. Likewise for Jeff from Twitch channel Alhandrin, who plays the character Luinil. Unfortunately, neither of our players are able to be with us today, but we do wish them well. The person who is possibly causing the most amount of tension today, and has possibly caused the most amount of tension, is Chad from the Twitch channel The Wizard of Dind, who plays Kairos. How are you doing, Sam? Please tell us a little about Kairos for us.
A little bit about Kairos. He
Please do.
is. That was a very little bit. It was
a very little bit, indeed. And so, moving on, straight into the session today. No, to give us a bit more than that, please.
Known
We'll
as
see.
Kairos, known as the Sanguine Shadow, is a semi-former pirate who was stranded on this lovely continent, found his way to this town where he is in the process of trying to take it over from the underworld. And he meets these lovely people, a certain little dwarf and tieflings and fairies, and now he's like, you've thrown a wrench in my works and I can't do what I gotta do.
Well, that's not their fault. That's just choices. It's just choices. Oh, those choices. And with that, we are going to dive into the session today. Last we left off, our heroes had brought back a halfling girl from the mansion of Evan slash William. It was during a fight earlier on in that mansion when it was discovered that Evan and William were one and the same person, and Kairos had taken on a contract to retrieve William from somewhere. But having found that they are now the same person, Kairos decided to go back to the mansion to fetch William, despite previously discussing with Braun that they would all go together. Darakir had various errands within the city of Archwell, where our heroes are currently based. For whatever reason it is, he had other reasons to go searching within the city. Braun had the need and desire to go to the Library of the Rising Sun, which is a relatively small library here in the what's happened here? Something's happened here. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Which is a relatively small library within the city of Archwell, and found a lot of information, particularly about a dragon, or at least a half-dead dragon that was. What the hell is going on?
Are you trying to do two things at once?
No. Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. Back to normal. Back to normal. There we go. Anyways, I was not trying to do two things at once. What?
Eric.
Stop disturbing me! Fuck's sake!
Karimrod,
You're fully.
Oh my god,
I know, right?
My players are ruining me. They're ruining me. Oh well. God, I've completely lost my train now. Oh yes, that's what I was talking about. Our dwarf character had headed to the library, to the Rising Sun Library, in which he discovered some information about various different patrons, and after finding the information that they found quite interesting, was waiting outside the library, or waiting outside the temple, to Kai-Im, where the halfling girl had been taken to heal, when they spotted Kairos with Sam and Luinil taking William / Evan, still yet to decide who to call that person, into the city again, which is a very odd sight. Braun was very shortly joined by Darakir, and both of them approached Kairos and Sam and Luinil with regards to this strange developments, contrary to the previous discussion. It was eventually found. Our party eventually brought William / Evan to the to the Cloak and Dagger Tavern, where a discussion was had with the leader of that tavern, who is also the leader of the Temple of Noxumbra, about what to do with this character. It was during this discussion where Evan or William seemed to come to the fore into the discussion, and it was then that a transformation occurred, where a dragon-like visage appeared and took over the form of William. And that is where we are going to enter the session today, after many distractions. So, the five of you see this transformation of this dragon appearing and just seeming to engulf the head visage of William, whom the person you know to be William, you see that half the face, the left-hand side of the face, is just decayed and falling apart, whereas the right-hand side of the face is very much a dragon-like visage. To give you some idea, you see this character.
Oh, creepy.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Chew. I kind of step back a little bit, pointing my rapier at him, and kind of look to what's his name? Kai? No. Shiitake. I'm so nervous. I don't know the guy's name anymore. Saverlan. No. Ra.
Kalen Ra, yes.
Kalen Ra. Holy shiitake mushrooms. And I go look at him like, do you know what this is?
In your brief moments with Kalen, this is possibly the first time that you've ever seen the look of surprise upon his face.
I'll take that as a no.
He's not. Kalen is one of those people who is very good at obfuscating what's going on. But this or at least within his head. But this very much took him by surprise.
Hello.
So, you wish to talk?
No, I just wish to tell you something.
Then say it.
I'm going to find you one day. And when I do, I'm going to make sure you can never do what you did to this man ever again.
Not likely.
Oh,
And he
a lot of things aren't likely, but I make them happen anyway.
He turns to you and holds out his hand in a very, very familiar... Well, this would not be familiar to Braun, but this would be familiar to somebody who Braun is very familiar with. And this purple black energy begins to swirl and swirl and swirl in his hand. I need you all to roll initiative.
Okay. While this was going on, Kairos was glancing and looking him up and down. Does he still have that amulet that Braun was talking about with him?
I have it.
Do you mean does William have it, or does somebody else have it?
William. Or did Braun have it? The one
No,
that...
no. You had already taken it off William/Evan and thrown it to Braun.
Okay. Then kind of glance over at Braun. Do you still have that amulet in your hand?
I would probably, yeah.
Does that amulet look different right now since this had started to occur, or since this is occurring?
We'll have to get to that.
Okay. Happy.
While I do some bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. Ah, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, wait a second.
Initiative from NPCs.
Oh, and I am going... It didn't add it automatically. I would figure it would, but I am adding my charisma score to that initiative roll.
Okay, and what's your charisma score?
+4, so that puts it at 21.
Nice. I'll add that to your
Not
thing.
score, but modifier, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. We'll not have Corby in the fight. He'll be outside. Cool. So with that, Kairos, you are the first one. You are the first one to go, and I will share the map with you, so you know what you're looking at.
Wah,
There you go. And for those watching at home, boom.
Oh no, the map disappeared for me. What happened?
What
Would you like
did
to
you
again?
do wrong? What did you do?
To be fair, if we are in here, I would be sitting down on a chair.
Okay, then put yourself on a chair.
Seeing the discussion, I really don't care about. So
That's fair.
this might be
Oh.
interesting.
Have you guys got the map?
I do
have
see
the
that.
map, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Kairos, you are first to go.
Okay. All right. I was just reading something really quick.
Yep, no worries.
Looking at Ron and how he's feeling, and relating to this, and also looking at how Kalen Ra is looking at this thing, I feel it's time to attack. So
Okay.
I step up the 5 feet and I thrust at him.
Nice.
14 or 13.
Unfortunately, does not hit.
Okay. After that, I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because of my rakish audacity, when I make an attack against a creature, I do not provoke attacks of opportunity from that creature I attacked.
Nice. Very nice indeed. Cool. And is that your turn?
That's my turn. Outside of that, I'm like, are we killing this thing or what?
With that yell, it is Luinal's turn. Luinal, still has not leveled up. God damn it,
Son of
Jeff. Luinal is going to see the
Break and level up.
Well, we're not going to do it now. See the draconic shape of the creature in front of him, and is going to go, that seems like a good idea, and is going to become a velociraptor.
Nice.
As a velociraptor, he's going to run up and try and bite this thing.
Oh, it's a dinosaur.
Unfortunately, that does miss. However, as a velociraptor, he does get to attack again with his claws. With a natural 20. Of course he does.
Nice.
So he jumps up, the claws raking the back of presumably William, dealing 6 points of damage to him. And that is his turn. It is now the turn of Sam. Oh, I'm running too many people today. Yeah. Sam seeing what's happening looks to you, Braun, very, very confused. Am I killing him? But what am I doing here?
No, just hurt him.
Hurt him? Oh, okay. I can do that. I can do that. So he runs up, drawing his rapier, and goes to stab into the side of William, and it does indeed hit. Stabs him for 7 points of damage. Is going to use his bonus action. I believe he also has the same thing as you, Kara. So he's going to use bonus action to disengage or run away and avoid any attacks of opportunity. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That will be him because he moved 5 to get in. And that is Sam's turn. Kalen is going to sit back for a moment and just assess the situation. It is now the turn of William. William,
Did I roll that bad with 16?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You really did. He rolled an 18, so he goes.
Wow.
He goes first. Yeah. William turns to you. Looks at you, Braun. What is he going to do? Yeah. William looks to you, Braun. You can try and find me, but you'll never find me. Not until I manifest. And he will cast an Eldritch Blast at you.
Oh no, it's probably gonna hit.
Oh my god. God. Okay, so what happens is this spell starts to gather around his hands, except you can see that William is not there's something going on inside, and there's a twitch to him, and the spell fires out of his hands, hitting the fireplace at the back of the room. The spell misses you entirely. That is going to be his turn. Derek here.
Oh wow, my turn.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
To recap, I just saw a person I have never seen before
Correct.
turn into a sort of a lizard.
Sort of, kinda. Yeah. When you look at him
With my background, would I know what happened? With my background, would I have known what is happening here?
Oh, that's a good one. Roll. This is interesting. Roll a either history or a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, they both will suck. So doesn't really matter, but sure.
Whichever you want.
Yes, it sucks.
Okay, yeah, no, you really haven't got a clue. Looks kind of familiar. Maybe a polymorph. Don't know. You've heard about those sort of things.
Yeah, just checking. Then I will use Divine Sense to see if it's either a celestial, fiend, undead, consecrated, or desecrated.
Okay, interesting.
How do I use that? Actions, I believe. Divine Sense.
Nice.
There you go.
Let's just have a quicker look at the spell. Divine Sense. Present strong evil registers in your senses like notches over, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. Well, we'll see about that. As an action, you can open your awareness.
Let's say that. Yeah.
Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead.
Would it fall in that category?
It's very odd. It is extremely odd sense you get. You are struck with that sense, that horrific odor of undeath.
Nice.
But yet you also hear gentle bells ringing.
Gentle bells.
It is strange. There
it's
is
an undead celestial.
It is what you could probably gain from that sense. It's an undead celestial, but it doesn't make sense because how could an undead celestial exist? So yes, it's very, very strange.
Yeah, you could say that. It's very, very strange. Okay. Then I will stand up and walk towards the door.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Is that your turn?
Well, I did an action.
You did an action. You have a bonus action if you have anything to use.
I stood up, which is half my movement, and I used the rest to walk towards the door.
Okay, cool.
So
that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Braun.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna, as I'm holding his medallion, I'm going to go to my neck and grab mine and be like, yes, it's your turn again. And then I'm going to close my eyes, and when they open again, it's going to do the same thing. The but pure white with the black spirals as a echo of laughter kind of emanates from around me. And I'm going to look at Edward or William, and I am going to need him to make me. Indeed. I'm going to need him to make me a Constitution DC 13 save.
Cool. He will attempt that. The echo of laughter, though, which would normally be very vibrant and loud, is quite subdued. You say it's a Constitution saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
He succeeds. Nothing happens.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna stay where I am.
William, this thing that was William at least, just simply smiles at you. Kairos.
We're going to try this one more time. So I was at 5, 10, 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna try to attack this Mickey Ficky.
You're gonna try.
Ooh, 23.
Nice. Yes, that hits.
Okay. Let's see if it actually hurts him. This would be sneak attack. So
okay. So roll your sneak damage.
I apologize.
No worries. I think it's a D6.
Is it just a D6 still?
I think so. For now.
You're level 3. It's 2d6 if you're
2d6,
all 3 levels rogue.
Okay. So
An additional 5 points of damage. Nice.
Do I look like I'm hurting him at all?
Not particularly.
All right. Then I'm going to do some acrobatics as I'm going to kind of run up the chair and hop on top of the table.
It's almost.
Ooh, he's going to dance.
He's definitely going to dance. It's almost like this sudden transformation that has come over William has weirdly enhanced his abilities and his ability to take damage. You recall in the fight that you had with him, he was very, very easy to take down, essentially. But this transformation, as it were, he seems to have gained a lot more vitality from it.
All right.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. It is the turn of the fairy velociraptor.
I see a velociraptor with wings.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what happens.
Kind of like a weird sort of unicorn theory.
It's a very strange fairy, guys, yeah.
Yeah, I see a velociraptor with wings and a horn. I mean, come on.
Oh, I want that now. I want that as a model. A model.
I'm so creative.
I want that as a model. That's amazing. So yes, Luinol is going to carry on scratching and biting at the back of on the back of William. And unfortunately, he goes to bite. Except when he bites into the shoulder of William, it seems like he can't seem to gain purchase. For some very strange reason. However, he knows that his claws did some damage last time, so he's going to try with them. But this time, it just seems to be just tearing cloth from his back. And Derek, here, from where you are, you see this.
I see stuff.
You see stuff. You see this very, very beautiful jacket and shirt that William was wearing when he came here, being torn to shreds, and peeking through the clothing, you begin to see black scales appearing along the back of William.
Okay.
It is now Sam's turn. He is going to do the same thing as he did before because he's not been told anything else to do. Yeah. So he's going to simply run up 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. Stab at his back with a rapier. Oh yes, he definitely does that. And this would be with sneak attack as well, because there is a character with him. That's 2d6. It's 11 plus 10, so 21 points of damage. Very nice. There you go. And he's going to do the same thing. And hit back to that.
Also dance on the table.
He's not going to dance on the table. No, he's not. He's not quite as joyful as that, shall we say? Kanin Ra is simply going to stay put where he is and continue to observe what's going on. It is now the turn of William. He's a bit pissed off at this thing that's constantly scratching his back. So, he is first going to cast... is he going to do that? No, he's not. He is going to...
Spell a unicorn.
What he's going to do... He is going to cast... What have I given him? That's an action... He is going to turn around, mutter an incantation under his breath, and hex the Velociraptor. And is going to summon this Eldritch... Oh, is Hex action? No, it's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action.
It's a bonus action. So, and then summon this purple black energy again, and fire it at Luminal. I believe it is a ranged spell, so this is disadvantage.
He is next to you. I believe it is disadvantage.
Yeah, it is indeed disadvantage. And misses. The spell fires across over the head of this Velociraptor.
I duck.
Oh yeah, you definitely duck. The spell crashes above his head. This is annoying, and he will simply move out of the range of the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor does get an attack of opportunity. He's annoyed by this. And misses. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is getting irritating. Derek here.
See, it's good that I blocked the door.
It is indeed.
Two questions. One,
yes.
DM.
Yes.
Would it be considered that I had a long rest in between my last session and this session?
It would be considered you had a short rest.
Okay. Second question. Divine Sense still active until the end of this turn. Do I still feel the undead?
Mm-hmm. You do.
Okay. Then I would like him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He is definitely going to try that. Does a 5 beat it?
Nope.
Alrighty then. So tell me.
Tell you, as an action, one undead, well, within 30 feet of me, both are correct in his case.
Yep.
Must make a wisdom save. If failed, it must obey my commands for 24 hours or until I use this on another.
Interesting. Okay.
I know! Now,
Okay.
let's talk. Tell me, what did you do to William?
How long does that turn? How long until you use it? Until you use it for something else?
24 hours or until I use it on another.
24
undead.
hours. Okay.
Now, the fight is
Wow.
basically over. I mean,
Yeah. With that,
so far, at least.
for now. For now.
Yes.
You, the rest of you watch as that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
I
Well
know.
done. That was brilliant. Well done, sir. You completely got me there. The rest of you watch.
As the rest of the
As-
party, I believe.
Yes. Oh no. The rest is the rest of the party.
No,
Watches
I
as
got them, but
as Derek here mutters a an incantation under his breath, and William grimaces and tries to shrug it, tries to do something, but then stands slackly, looking in the direction of Darakir. I did nothing to William. Simply fulfilled the bargain he and I made.
Tell me more about this bargain.
What would you like to know?
Everything.
Simply to enact my will. For now.
Wait, what?
The bargain was that he conduct experiments to give me information.
What kind of information?
That crystal that exists in this realm is more than you think it is.
I figured. So we're talking about the black crystal, right?
That is the name you have for it.
What name do you have for it?
Sorry. The feeder.
The what? The feeder?
Yeah, the feeder.
I like your accent, but sometimes it's
A bit hard to get, yeah.
What's your name?
Tiashan.
Okay, spell that out for me, or
Yes, of
write
course.
it in chat.
TJA apostrophe
TJ A
apostrophe SHAN.
SHAN. Chashan. Okay. And what can it do more than suck away all magic?
It can feed us.
Who's
Those
us?
that exist beyond the realms. This realm. It feeds me.
How does it feed you? And what does it feed you?
It gives me power.
And what does it feed you?
Magic.
How can you release Evan Dane from this? This is just between you and William Lewis. Let Evan Dane go free.
He won't really respond to you since he's in my control.
Then ask him.
So answer that question.
Evan was simply the conjuration of William. William was the original. Evan was this conjuration of this vessel.
Evan doesn't exist.
Correct.
I look over at Kale and Ron. I'm like, so I'm not getting paid?
Do you ask that of Kaylin?
Sure, that's what you gotta worry about.
And I gotta look back at William or Cha.
Mm-hmm.
Shashan.
What are you right now? Are you William or are you Ja? Or is it the same?
I think that's a good question. Answer it.
Oh wow. I am Ja.
So basically, if we would kill you right now, you die or you go back to your dimension.
He grins. I would not die here.
Right.
What about this body that you're in? Does that body die?
That's already dead. Or is it? Question mark to Chad.
Chia just grins at you, or at least the side of his face that is not
Or
disfigured.
as far
and
as you can call it a face. but
as far
yeah,
as you can
sure.
call it, as far as you can call it a face, he just seems to grin at you. At that response, at that question.
I ask you a question, answer me. He has to. I mean, I control him, so.
That's true. It is simply a body now.
Yeah, it's simply an undead vessel. Am I correct?
That is one interpretation.
So
Oh.
if you die, basically the vessel just collapses and you go back to wherever the hell you came from.
Correct. You get a hint of frustration from him.
I can understand. I like that.
I look over at Braun. I go, Braun, what are you getting out of that amulet right now?
You're muted.
Go. Ah, yes. I'm going to turn to you, and you're going to see that his eyes are the same spiral thing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to be like, that is not my name. Chashan. I see you have been subdued. If you are so powerful, this must be a joke.
Derek here.
Yes.
You have him under your control, but you can feel the celestial, for want of a better word, side of this creature flailing against your will. And at that moment, the question of Braun, there is you can almost hear the rage emitting from him.
Right. Let us first continue with any more questions we might have for this creature before you start fucking up with that amulet of yours, because I believe that he is having a split personality, so to say.
Well, then ask him if you would, Darakir. If we destroy that amulet, what happens to you, Jashan?
I repeat that question.
Nothing. I simply return.
Return to your home. Dimension. Plane.
I'm presuming Derek here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just for further.
Yeah. If that's what you call it, yes.
So he runs.
Insight check on if he's telling the whole truth or not.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, shit. Come on, why are you not working for me, stupid dice? There you go. God. I know everything.
Hardly.
He's a
Right.
real
It's
dragon.
it's that dragon. It's that dragon face. Hard to read.
Yeah.
um, going back to the black crystal, where does it come from?
That is a manifestation of this world.
And what does that mean?
It exists here. It does not exist where I am.
Okay, and how does is your dimension then connected to that black crystal?
That is what I assume.
So you don't know.
No.
What's your dimension called?
The realm of the gods.
The realm of the gods?
Yes, the realm of the gods.
Do they let you fetch them their drinks when they're tired?
He snarls in your direction.
It's the only reason someone as useless as you would be there.
Oh, I love it. I will find you here and devour you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Are there any more things we want to know about the black crystal, peeps?
Why did you want the halfling girl?
A curious thing, a curious aberration. The research that William has given me leads me to believe that black crystal consumes you of this realm. And yet, she was not consumed.
Mm-hmm. What kind of research has William done for you?
How I may return.
How you may return?
Yes.
To this world or back to your own dimension?
To
both.
this realm.
How far did he get with that research?
Enough to be a start.
To be a stud?
Start. Enough to be a start.
Start, okay.
Yeah, start. S-T-A-R-T. Start.
Okay, not Braun. Are you ready to destroy that amulet then, so we can send this bastard
I
back?
would wait for a few more hours. I got control over him for 24 of that, so we can learn quite a lot before we have to do that.
Very
How long
bold.
does this
Soon
control?
he will let you hold on for 24.
Sorry,
He
what
may-
did you say, Brom?
It is very cute that you assume he will allow you to hold him for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's up to the DM, but that's as far as this is out of character, by the
Mhm.
way. As
Yep.
far as I know, control on that would last
Uh,
for 24 hours. So
As far as you know, yes, control undead would last for 24 hours. However, your under your celestial, not celestial sense. What is it called? That sense you had.
Divine sense.
Divine sense. Thank you. That divine sense you had does lead you to question whether that actually would be a possibility due to the fact that you had both celestial and undead from this creature.
But anyhow, it might be as you say, Bron. But I would say that we try to get as much information out of him at this point as possible.
He has given all that I think we need. I think it is time to send the puppy back home.
What? Wait 1 minute. How do you mean he had a start? How far did he? What can you achieve now?
I have a way. It must first be built, but I have a way now.
What has to be built?
The gateway. Roll me an Arcana. Is it an Arcana check? Let me just have a quick look, please. Just give me 2 seconds. Roll me an insight check.
An insight check.
Yes, an insight.
I do.
That's enough. You get the feeling that he is beginning to he's beginning to gain control of himself. Indeed, your undead spell seems to be fading.
Okay. Bron, you might want to destroy that amulet right about now. Quickly.
I'm going to hold the amulet and look at him before it fades. Name another follow-in where they are, so I may remove the last vestiges of hope you have, you broken lizard.
Wow. Richard. In Nossix.
In Nossix?
Yeah, Nossix.
Can I give you this gift? I will send you to your home, so you may tell him to run as far as he can before I find him. I'm sure we will see each other again, my dear friend. And then I will put the amulet down and Eldritch Blast it.
Cool, that's fine. I'm not going to make you roll for that because it's point blank range. And you get the impression that this amulet was not particularly well made, but yes, you place the amulet down, hold your hand practically over the amulet, and send your purple and gold energy into it. It shatters with a very, very high pitched ping. This creature of Tiashan does not let out any scream or any sound. He simply smiles as his form begins to very quickly to head back into that form of William, whom you had met previously. Until William then stands before you, blank-eyed and staring, before eventually just collapsing onto the floor.
Is he still undead? Or is he dead?
I
know
you get
this
this
because of my spell.
You would know this. He's dead. He is no longer undead. Well, you get the sense that the undeath is gone. Let's put it that way. You get the sense the undeath is gone. The undeath and celestial things that you were feeling were gone.
Interesting. Oh.
Kaelin, who's been watching this whole exchange, turns to you, Kairos. Well, thank you for cleaning up the mess. It's not unusual that we have such things like that. But thank you for cleaning up the mess. Occasionally we get some very odd contracts. This is one of the odder ones.
And?
Well, thank you for cleaning up the mess. He seems to be taking it weirdly in his stride.
Well, you're welcome, I suppose.
Unfortunately, since your charge was to bring William here, and I presume therefore Evan was going to pay you, both of them appear to be now dead. So yes, you're not going to get paid, unfortunately. We have other contracts, though, which you are more welcome to accept.
You won't even get paid.
All right. Let's see how this works now. Thank you very much. And I hop down and I walk out the door.
Okay. Yeah, Derek here abroad. You see Kairos very
Well,
simply.
To be fair, according to the picture, I'm still standing in front of the door, so...
Alright, then Kairos walks up to you.
Excuse me. I would like to leave now.
I can understand, but what are you doing? You were just causing a misfit. Now you say you have a contract for this person, and I really want to get some more information because before I step out of the way.
I believe you've just heard I have no contracts with this person.
Anymore.
It is now null and void, so therefore there is no more contract.
But there's still information about that contract that I would like to know what, why, and everything.
Well, the nature of the contracts is something you'd have to take up with that man over there, and I point over to Kalen Ra.
No, you took the contract. So you were involved in this for some kind of reason, and I want to know what you know about this and
Before
what I got
Kairos,
dragged into.
I am sorry, Mr. Tiefling. Clearly you are not familiar with the nature of Nox Umbra. Before Kairos divulges anything, he has to give permission in order to not reveal any part of contracts, both after completion, before and after completion of said contract.
Yeah, but into your books is that this contract is nullified, therefore never existed. So that won't go hold up.
That is one way of viewing it.
I look at him and I say, or I look at Derek here and I'm like, you heard him.
Yeah, well, you heard me.
And I gave you an answer.
No, you did not. You tried to avoid the question. That's quite a different thing.
The contract was as far as you have heard, and that is all I know of the contract. I was to bring him here. And I was to get paid for bringing him here. Both of which, the person whom I was to bring here and the person who was to pay me for bringing him here are dead. Therefore, I get no payment. That is the nature of the contract in and of itself.
All right, I guess. I walk away outside.
I follow him. And on the
Out
way
the door.
outside, I'm like, let's go someplace else and get a drink, and we can talk a little bit more if you like.
This is all really weird for me. But sure, let's go.
Alrighty, where would you like to go to? There is the Flying Turtle Inn, the merchant, I've forgotten the name of it now. It's been a while. We'll just call it the Merchant's Tipple, and the Ferryman's Joy.
For
Um,
1 second out of character, Bron, are you following or are you staying here and going to do your own thing?
Out of character, I have unfortunately to do a thing now.
Okay.
Alright.
Then we'll end the session fairly soon afterwards then.
Okay.
But Braun, what would just for a quick thing, Braun, what would you like to do? Would you like to go with these two, or go off and do your own thing for a little bit?
I am going to come out of my trance.
Cool. You come out of your trance.
You said he's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Dark here or Kairos anywhere.
No, they've walked out.
What?
Well, Sam and Lionel could.
So Sam and Luminol are there.
What happened?
I believe you just destroyed something that kept that guy alive. This is Sam talking to you.
I did what?
Yeah, you might have killed him.
I killed someone?
Well, no, you didn't really kill him. It was more, it's more along the lines of that he was already dead, and you just, yeah. When apparently when that thing came out, yeah.
No. I can fix that. I can fix this. And I'm going to just run. I know I can't. Like, obviously out of character. I know I can't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay,
run up to the body, and I'm gonna just like cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. Let me just have a quick look what that does.
It would, if he was unconscious and not dying, it would just stabilize him. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. No. You go to cast Spare the Dying, which is a spell that you would know for yourself. And the purple energy, which you are very familiar with, extends gently out over him. But instead of sort of encasing the body in a form that protects it, it simply dissipates.
No, Edmund.
Luinol, backing his normal form, flies over to you and puts a hand on your shoulder. He was already gone. Wasn't your fault.
He was here and he was innocent.
I still see the unicorn picture in front of me.
You can, but he's no longer that. And he's not. He made a choice, and that was the consequence of his choice.
That wasn't his choice. That was William's choice.
It was his choice in the start. You do not remember him saying that him and Jia Shan made a bargain?
No. What happened?
It wasn't you, Braun.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay. I'm gonna walk over to this gentleman whose name I know as Kalen.
Kalen?
Can you make sure he has a proper funeral? And I'm gonna hand him. Let's see how much I have. Where would that be? It would be in inventory, I think. Gold.
Yep, it would be in inventory.
Which is there. Okay. and I'm gonna hand him 20 gold. Make sure that he has a good burial as Edmund,
Caden looks at you.
please.
We'll make sure he has a burial.
I'm sorry if we caused a mess. I'm gonna. Do you know where the other two went?
I believe Kyrus and the other tiefling went outside.
Okay. And as I walk away, Braun is just gonna keep muttering, "It wasn't my fault" to himself until he leaves.
Lewin and Sam will accompany you. So they are they will accompany you. They will accompany you out. So to Kyrus and Derek here. Where have you gone? Tell me.
Well, I would have said, wouldn't you want to wait for the rest of your party?
Let's go to what's the place that we were staying at? The Dove, the Turtle Dove, or what was it called?
Flying Turtle Inn.
Flying Turtle.
Ah, the Flying
Let's go
Unicorn
fly-
Inn.
Yeah, Flying Unicorn Inn. We're gonna head over
Oh
there.
my god,
If
dude.
they want to join us, they'll join us.
Right?
But I'll give you a little bit more information on the contracts once we get into a private area.
Sure. The walk to the Flying Turtle Inn is not a particularly long walk. The time of the day is quite it's quite quiet now. You get the feeling that most people have either gone home or have entered their have gone off drinking in various establishments. When you reach the Flying Turtle Inn, you can tell it's relatively full, simply because of the fact it's now evening time and the sailors and warehouse workers need to have a bit of a break at the end of the day, and so they have gone off and partook of that basically. You are able though to find a small corner where the pair of you can talk privately.
Okay. Darek, here it is, right?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Officially, I am Kyrus Bloodsail. I
Okay,
put my hand out to shake his hand if he takes it.
I'll shake his hand.
I will tell you what I can, but others I cannot. You see, there's a contract through the Church of Luxombra. And those
Church
are
of
all...
Luxombra.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Those are binding contracts that if I wish to remain in my current condition of breathing,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot divulge information unless it has been divulged by someone else, i.e. the leader of the church.
Okay. That's weird. But sure.
Yes. Yeah, it's a contract. It's something that I agreed to. Now, if it's something that you are interested in taking contracts so that you can try to make a extra coin, I can put you in touch with the right people to do so. But there are promises that are made to make sure that these contracts stay private. You can probably understand why that is. And in regards to this, when one accepts a contract, we are only given the information that is in the contract, which mine was simply to retrieve William. And retrieving him usually generally means bringing him to some place where the Church of Luxombra stays. This case
It's,
is there.
it's weird, you know. Normally, as far as I'm concerned, if we have to do a contract, people don't turn into undead celestials.
Well, that has nothing to do with the contract in and of itself. I don't believe. Well, I think what you're actually looking for is why he turned into an undead celestial. That is something.
Yes, I'm very, very interested in that as well, but I'm just looking for what is happening here. I mean, it's just weird, you know? I've seen a lot of shit, and this is a first time for me.
I too, my friend, have seen a lot of shit, as you stated, and much like yourself, this is a first for me as well.
Oh, then at least we're at the same part on that.
How long are you planning on sticking in town for?
I have really no clue, since I was just here to see if I could get away from it all. Let's keep it at that.
Seems you're trying to get away from it all, puts you smack dab in the middle of all of it.
Yes, it seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. I motion over for some kind of server to stop over and bring us drinks. What are you drinking?
At this moment, something strong.
I go, give us two of your strongest.
Of course. Would you like that over ice or no ice?
No ice.
I see where you get your ice from. We'll have it neat. Thank you.
All right, coming right up. The server very very shortly afterwards brings across two small glasses filled with this thick black liquid. Kairos, you have grown familiar with this liquid. It's definitely a strong liquor, and has a very, very, very strong aniseed-like flavor, licorice-type flavor. But you also know that this is one of those drinks that you sip, otherwise you will have with a massive hangover the following morning.
Yes.
Have you had this? I was gonna say, have you had this before, Derek? Here.
Well, you see, no.
You want to slam it?
He already did.
He already did. Derek, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Oh wow.
Yep.
Sure. Let's see. I'm hardy.
Yeah, you are hardy. Yeah. Oh, this liquid. You are struck with this. Yeah, pretty much. This very, very strong, bitter flavor of aniseed hits your mouth, and as you drink it, it burns the entire way down. But you're a hardy person. So when it hits the stomach, this feeling of warmth begins to just spread across your body, and like, yeah, it's not bad. You're a little bit buzzed from that.
A little bit.
Oh, you're tiny.
One more.
And I hold up my hand for two.
Okay. So after a very, very short while, the servant brings across another two. Braun, it's probably around about this time when you have been shepherded to the Flying Turtle Tavern by Sam and Lewinell. In your slightly distraught state, what do you do? What would you like to do?
I'm just going to kind of see them at the table, weakly, like give a nod, and then make my way to my room here, while just keep muttering, "It wasn't my fault," to myself.
Yep, no worries. Absolutely fine. You head up the stairs and are left alone by Sam and Lewinell in your room.
Does Braun even notice any of us as we're sitting in there when he comes in?
Oh yeah,
Gives
he
like
saw
a-
you.
He gives
saw
like a
you.
very weak nod to you all.
I'll motion you over.
I just ignore it and walk up the stairs.
When the waitress comes by again, I tell her to take some porridge and apple juice up to his room.
Sure. Are you sure about that, sir? Porridge is more of a breakfast drink.
Okay, well, what do you have now that he can eat?
Well, I could ask the chef to see if he can make some for you, but unusual.
Just whatever's being made now, stew, whatever you've got, just take a bowl up to him.
Just something. Okay, I'll ask. I'll go and see what the chef has.
You know what?
She wanders off. Yeah,
Do you have rice and beans?
we do.
Bring him up a bowl of rice and beans.
Right, I can do that. I'll ask the chef to cook it for him. No worries. Are you paying for it, or is he paying for it?
I've got it.
Right, you are. She wanders off towards the kitchens. Sam and Lewinil, after a very short while of shepherding Braun up the stairs, do come back down. They both see you and head over towards your table. Are you going for a third shot or not?
Well, I'm pacing down with the second shot I got. I mean,
yeah, the second shot has been brought.
yeah, but I'm not chucking it. I'm just.
You're not chucking. Oh, okay, you're gently sipping it. Okay.
Yeah,
Paris
I learned from the last one. Well, okay, this is strong.
Yeah, it's a strong one. Kairos, have you just been sipping both drinks the entire time, or did you slam the first one as well?
No, I simply am sipping the first drink, and I've got the second drink right there.
Yeah,
And
no worries.
Sam and Lewinil come and sit down. I kind of push it over to between the two of them and just say, "There you go." not specific, just there you go.
Both Sam and Lewinil look at each other. They look at you like. And Sam's the one that's one. Sam's one. I think Sam would be the one that would reach for it. So he reaches for it. So. Cheers, and begins to gently sip it.
All right. Well, that pissed me off.
What pissed you off?
That I go through all the trouble of fulfilling a contract and I don't get paid for it.
Well, not in terms of money.
What else is there? Any of that information has nothing to do with me, and I would be just as happy to not have to deal with any extraplanar creatures ever again.
Okay.
Here. Just Sam.
I
go,
miss your German accent. I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, but accents are not my thing. Cope with it. Not without practice.
Okay, so you're not interested at all in what the black crystal and feeding into other dimensions, and in which way that is related to the College of Mages and all those kind of things? It doesn't interest you at all?
well, the College of Mages are a bunch of rotten bastards. Most people.
Here.
Cheers. We clink glasses.
Absolutely, clink glasses.
Anyone who has
Jawohl, from the other side.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Anyone who has that kind of power, it always goes to their head, and they are all assholes. But if I can keep my ass out of their asshole, then that is what I go for. That didn't come out quite right, but I'm not used to drinking this.
Asses on asses. It's a new
Yes.
kind of video.
And I'm learning how these things work. So,
But do you think you can?
do I think I can care about them?
No. Stay out of it.
I'm gonna try my damnedest to.
Ah, you failed. But it doesn't matter.
This point on, let's say then.
Yeah. I know a thing or two about college, and that's usually not how it works.
Very possible. But I am also not working directly for the college. I'll tell you though, if there is something that'll I can take that'll help me fuck over the college, then I'll be more than happy to do so.
Interesting.
Especially if it pays well.
Interesting. So you would say you're only money driven?
Is there anything else to live for?
People say you can live for family or a better world.
With enough money, you can always buy family in a better world.
Nah, I've learned that money only brings you so far, but sure.
Well, this is a lesson I have yet to learn, so think of me as a student. I am still taking classes, and I need to study as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've discovered what's going on here, are you planning on sticking around, or are you going to be leaving soon?
I don't know yet. I'm really interested in that, what was it you called him? Braun character, I believe? The warlock kind of thingy you drag along. I'm interested in him. I want to see if he might be, or the thing that lives within him might be. DM, quick question.
Yes.
Since Braun was within 30 feet of me, I would have sensed any celestial or undead on him as well.
Correct, you would have.
Did I?
Celestial or undead? No.
Or fiend?
Fiend you did. You got a sense of it.
Okay.
It wasn't that he himself was a fiend, but you got a sense of fiendishness.
I'm very interested in what kind of character he is becoming.
He is something else. He's out there. Whatever that thing is that's inside of him, it definitely is in opposition of his own personality and desires.
Yeah. That often happens. As you saw with William.
Yeah, that's... And the thing that I'm curious about is if Braun actually heard that part, that Evan Dane never existed. It was simply a manifestation that William put forth with the assistance of Jashan.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll help him. Once he learns that, hopefully that'll help him sleep a little bit better. But
Maybe.
Talking of Braun, in your room, Braun, you are struck by the sense of quiet. You are struck by the sense that you're quite alone. And yet, You are not alone. There is a familiar presence that you have felt for years, many years, and they say to you, that creature was banished.
Can't make me kill someone.
I did.
You. When I talked when I was a child, I thought you were going to save me.
I have saved you from that life.
But you turned
Yes.
me into a murderer.
I did not. Nor did you turn yourself into a murderer. This choice was not yours. This choice that person made was their choice. They were already dead.
I want it to start being my choice. I wanna fight now.
Good. Fight me or fight for your life?
Both.
And why do you wish to fight me? For all that I have given you, for all that I have done for you. Why would you fight me?
Because you took the choice away from me. I want to be able to choose.
Then I offer you this choice. You may break the contract with me. I have given you all. I have only requested that you keep me safe. But you can choose to break the contract. If you do that, you lose everything.
I still be able to make things.
You have the skills, I did not give you those. I simply unlocked them.
Then I won't hear you again.
No.
This amulet, what will happen to me?
This amulet, my conduit to you, will break. You will become powerless. You will have nothing. This is your choice. Just as it was your choice when you decided to join the pact with me.
Choice. I was a scared child in a place I didn't know. I
Indeed,
think that was a good choice.
it was still a choice. Not a good choice. Or a good choice. Look at everything you have done since. Look at everything you have made. The joy you have found in life.
How about this? You let me fight from now on. No more me waking up and pretending to be okay with whatever it is you make me do. And I'll still keep you safe. But I think this is the end of me relying on you. I want to try and find my own strength.
There is no reply to that. But you get the feeling or a sense of approval. The presence doesn't fade, for want of a better word, but steps back. Or seems to retreat. Still there, but is no longer the same sort of walking beside or walking behind or walking with presence that you felt for almost your entire life. They seem to step backwards, seem to step back to move away from that supportive / taking over role they've had for years. And it is also with a sense of approval.
Thank you, John. It's my turn now. And he will get ready to just go to bed at that point.
Yep, sure. Derek and Kairos.
Yes. I look at my friends here at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially friends, I should say. I put 5 gold pieces out on the table and say, here, enjoy the rest of the evening. Food and drinks are on me, but I am going to retire. I'm exhausted.
I'll take some food and some non-alcoholic drink.
The server comes to the server when you ask for non-alcoholic says, we only have orange juice, unfortunately.
Sure.
But no apple juice?
We did have apple juice, but unfortunately we seem to have run out of it recently.
I'll take some orange juice.
Of course, sir. You're most welcome.
And some meat and stuff.
No worries. The meat and mead, if that's what you also like, as well as the orange juice and
meat and potatoes and
meat
food.
and potatoes of actual food. Yeah, food, proper food, is brought to your table, and it's a hearty meal. It's not particularly fantastic in any way. You've certainly had better.
I really wouldn't believe that I would be able to taste that at this point, so...
Fair enough. If you're that plastered, then yeah, sure. It's just food.
Yeah.
And you have a relatively pleasant evening shared with Sam and Lewinil. Kairos, yeah.
Then
sorry,
I
carry
go to bed, go off to bed as well after that.
on. Sure. Are you going to take a place here in the tavern?
Yeah.
It'll cost you. This is not particularly good cabin, so it'll cost you 2 copper pieces.
Yeah, I pay that from the 5 gold that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The
That-
5
that-
gold. The 5 gold covers the room, the food, the drinks.
The room for
easily.
a week. That is.
Almost, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
Just-
much.
I'm smart
here you
enough
go.
to do
There
that.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
It's not my money, so I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Kairos, where are you retiring to?
Well, I was gonna try to be sneaky and head upstairs and sneak out that way, but I figured I don't necessarily need to do that, so I just go out the front door. And I do, though, kind of take a little bit of a roundabout manner and head back to the church of Haim.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that I'm not being followed by anybody.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
$17.
There was one while you were heading over. There was one moment of, is this guard following me? Because of the whole you being out and about in late at night now these days. But that feeling was very quickly dissipated by the fact the guard eventually turning off and going down a different route.
Okay.
It doesn't take you long though to find the Temple of Kaim. The door is closed. However, there is a light on the outside, a burning torch that hangs above the door.
All right. So I'll check the door to see if it's locked so I can try to go in.
It is not locked, it is open.
All right. So I go inside
Mhm.
and I mosey my way over to, oh gosh, our little halfling girl room.
Malin.
Malin, thank you.
Yep.
Go to Malin's room and see how she's doing.
You head. Are you being quiet about this?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check then. With
I mean,
with
quiet, not necessarily hiding, but quiet.
No, you're being you're being quiet about it. So it is with a cat-like grace almost that you proceed across the open hall. The few nurses and priests that you spot around the place, you just give a very gentle nod to. It seems that they are quite used to people visiting. It's a bit odd. You do get a few curious glances because visiting at a very odd time of night. But it's not. As long as you're not doing anything unusual or suspicious, they don't give you any problems.
Okay.
When you reach the bed you know to have Malin sleeping in, she is sleeping very soundly, but you can see that her arms are tightly wound, tightly bandaged up, and you can see that the linen has been recently placed there, but there's a few marks of where blood has seeped out.
They were out.
And yeah, they have operated on her arms in order to remove the shards that you mentioned. And now that you see the bandages on her arms, you see that it wasn't just one or two. Her arms were covered in scars, and you know now that this poor creature will have those scars for the rest of her life.
Yeah. take note of that and just acknowledge it, obviously, and whisper to her as I come in and sit down.
Mhm.
I kind of like on the bed with her and put my arm around her, kind of making sure that the door or curtain, whatever it is, closed so we have a little bit of privacy.
Yeah, that's fine. It's closed.
And I whisper to her, "No worries, little Malin. That rat bastard who did this to you is no longer around. You're free. From that, hope your dreams are free as well. And then with that, if I'll go and start humming and singing a soft, slow little sea shanty that I know. Nothing too fast, more like in a lullaby type of tone.
Yeah.
As I brush my fingers through her hair, just in a comforting manner, trying to, just making sure that she stays asleep. And as I'm there for a little while, depending on fate, if I can, if a priest comes by, I try to get their attention.
A nurse does eventually come by, particularly as the fact you are gently humming under your breath. So, and as she had been given some privacy as you had previously requested, so the curtains are there, but your humming definitely brings some attention. So a nurse does wander over, and just pokes their head through the curtain screen. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize that you were visiting.
That's all right.
Anything I can do for you?
I like to know, whom would I speak to about deeds to buildings and homes around the area, and about purchases and or inheritance.
I believe that would be the mayor's office.
Excellent. Because I just heard that the man who owns the mansion way up on the hill has passed away and has apparently left his mansion to somebody.
Roll a deception check. Unfortunate news. They only recently came here, I believe. Strange. Well, you'll have to talk to the mayor's office about that, unfortunately.
I will. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night to you. I look back down at Malin and continue to hum as I brush her hair.
Yeah, when she when you sat down beside her, there was a slight stirring, but you very quickly soothed that, and so she remains very calm. There's almost a slight curling up in your direction, like as in that the sort of dissenting of something. This almost a sixth sense of there being a warmth and a comfort being provided from a certain place, which you obviously, and so she curls a little more in that direction, but she remains quiet the entire time you're there.
Perfect. Perfect.
Alrighty then. And that is how you spend the night, I presume.
Yes.
And I feel because I'm also, personally myself, I'm also not feeling quite well today. So we are going to call the session today. As that's quite an appropriate place to end the session today on that note. I am going to say congratulations, everybody. You have all leveled up to that. So you're now all level 4.
Yet again.
Yeah.
Nice.
So congratulations. We can of course take this time to do dice rolls of hit points. So that would be an extra, if you like. Very happy to that.
Okay.
Or we can do that all later. It's entirely up to you.
Oh, we can do that now.
Yeah,
Let's
sure,
do it live.
Let's do it live.
Or is it Memorex? I don't know.
I still have an inspiration. Wow.
You
Forgot
do?
to use that.
Hey,
Oh,
Karis.
did you have inspiration? Oh, is that what that red dot means?
Level up on the paladin.
So, you will need to roll for your hit points, as I don't have average dice rolling. So,
Question.
yes.
Do you want? Do you use the ability score increase or feat or end feat?
Or.
Just so you know, I am going to take another level as rogue.
Sure. No worries.
And oh gosh.
Yeah, lots of choices here.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
do this.
Let's
Okay,
let's do all the thinking. Let's do all the thinking outside of stream. Let's just have the hit point rolls first, shall we?
Okay.
All right, I'll roll my hit die.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's changing. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Woohoo!
I always reroll ones.
Hiya.
Oh, son of a...
Dude, the hell!
You can only get one reroll.
Nah, not in this case. Come on.
Hiya.
Please don't reroll the
Respectable.
one. There we go.
Was it a D8 or a D10 for the paladin?
I
D10.
believe it was a D10. Yes,
It's
D10.
a D10 for paladins.
I am
Nice.
upset because I just rolled the D8 and it came up as an 8, but it apparently wasn't far enough inside the chat box.
Ah!
I rolled a 7. So.
Nice.
Shenanigans.
So 7 plus your Constitution modifier.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
yeah, I
Oh, that
also
sucks.
get so it's a 37 now. Nice.
Nice. So, Derek, you're at 37. What does that bring you to, Kairos?
Inspiration? Can I use inspiration for the day?
No, not for this one.
Fudge
Yes,
loving.
I use my inspiration as well.
No.
Oh, it brings me up to 26.
26?
I'm at 30.
That's all
I'm
right.
at 33.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice. Cool. Well, that is the stream today. We're going to see if there's anybody we can raid tonight. Hey, well done, Vol. Yeah, we're going to go and raid them. And they're just beginning too. Cool. So, thank you very much for joining me this evening, evening, gentlemen. I hope you guys had fun. I know I had fun. I hope you guys watching also had some fun today as well. I will be back hopefully next week with some more D&D on Thursday and Sunday, and possibly on other stuff, because I am on holiday officially from next week onwards. Yay!
Let's go.
Hey.
So there'll be some other stuff. Just keep an eye on the channel. I would say keep an eye on my Discord, but don't keep an eye on my Discord because I'm gonna be on holiday and it'll be just random stuff. All you need to know is that Thursdays and Sundays D&D will definitely be happening, unless something else untoward comes up, in which case I will post the messages there in my Discord channel. And with that, I am going to start the raid here, because of course I always prepare it badly, so I'm now filling in bluff. I'm
So-
not coming up with filler until the raids.
No,
until
what's
the raid
your
starts.
favorite moment of tonight?
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do favorite moments. Derek is the one you mentioned it. Favorite moment, what was yours?
Well, I'm just gonna keep it on my own. I really liked how my plan worked out with the turn on that.
It was brilliant. I did not see that
Yeah.
coming at all. I did not see that coming
Really
at all. That
enjoyable.
was absolutely brilliant.
That was brilliant. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And,
definitely-
and to be fair, one more thing but that's just something I enjoy about this party, and was one of the reasons I wanted to create a new character to keep playing with you guys, is that I really like Braun's playing of his character. But that's just in general
Thank you.
compliment.
Me too. Braun, memorable moment?
Well, no, it was definitely just laughing at Tiashan after what Derek here did, and then just digging that needle. Every little bit. It was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time. And then my good cry after the battle. That's always a fun time too.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. And Kairos, did you have a memorable moment today?
No, I hated the whole thing.
Perfect.
No,
Great. My job has succeeded.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty devious having having my payday die so I get not paid. I was like, Kalen, you son of a bitch.
That's the contract. That's the contract.
I got you. Oh,
and hey,
boy,
Kaylee wouldn't have paid you because there wasn't anything to pay. Because it's not,
Right.
it's not Luxembourg that pays. It's the contractee.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
And that's why Kyrus is like, okay, I see how this goes now.
Yep. Alrighty then. So we're gonna go off and raid Unboiled Anvil. Please do give them some love, give them some likes and all the follows and all the usual jazz. Take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love each other. And I'll see you next week in a stream of some sort. Bye.
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 Have a good night.